In this ever growing generation of social media and social media influences and this social life that we live in South Africa, I have one question for everybody. Why is everybody so depressed? Everywhere you look or everybody that you meet, somebody has some type of background where like it's kind of fucked up where they grew up maybe in an emotionally abusive household or whatever. An estimate of 4% of the population experience depression, including 5.7% of adults, 4.6 amongst men, 6.9 amongst the women. 5% of adults in the 70s and older also experience depression.
Okay.
Approximately 332 million of people in the world have depression or like have depressive disorders. So in 2021, an estimate of 722,000 people lost their lives to suicide because of depression. As the future generation of this country or people in general, as the future generation of this world, we grew up in a society where things are actually fucked up and things are only viewed in a linear way. Location change again. We're in a demographic where everybody's on social media and everybody's trying to make it in social media. Everybody's posting their shit on social media and everything is moving fast. We're literally in the golden age of being a child right now. Parenting, I would say, is one of the biggest problems. I would say, I just want you to understand that the children or Gen Z, the children that are growing up in this society right now, are more sensitive or need to be nurtured. People that grow up in the apartheid era, meaning our parents, had to grow up in a sense of like you have to be hard, like you have to be strong and vigilant, like be a very strong individual. You understand? Like you have to be tough to deal with things around the world. They would be like, back in my days, we didn't used to have this, we didn't used to have that. We gotta also remember that this is their first time parenting a Gen Z baby. This is their first time having a kid that's actually surrounded by so much technology. Their ways of parenting. I'm not saying that a parent should know how to parent because it's the first time being parent. We raise kind of depresso babies, if you understand me. Depresso babies are basically like some parents want to raise their children the way they were raised. You understand, using the same circumstances or mentalities. Some of our parents still think in a way that they used to grow up, like they don't believe in relationships while you're a teenager or going on your phone 24/7. There's still some parents out there that take the children's phones like on the weekdays and then only give them their phones on the weekend and all that stuff, because then it's what they used to. You get me? Tough life. Now was a generation where everybody's getting peer pressure into shit and like everybody wants to be involved in everything and doesn't want to feel left out. We grow up in like we go to school and always want to fit in, and like the only way to fit in for most people is to actually feed into the peer pressure. You feel me? So then we get some depresso babies where they get into smoking, drinking alcohol, like doing things that they don't actually want to do in the first place, and then they confuse it with fun. So people end up actually getting depressed or getting anxious, and like a ton of things happen. And in the modern school era where people make fun of you for being yourself is not encouraged, because when you are yourself, people actually make fun of you. They clown you for being yourself. People always want to fit in, so that kind of creates like a barrier between the self and the self that's known to other people. So it forces people to put on a mask, you understand me? So that can cause people to actually get depressed. Parents will not understand, or some parents do not understand how it is for a child that's growing up in the big 2026, like all the anxiety and all the stress that they're facing and all the friendships and heartbreaks that they're facing. They don't like know how to deal with that stuff, because then it's something new to them. They didn't grow up with all this shit, like your child going out and drinking beer and drinking alcohol, cruising and coming back crying that she got raped by a friend and all that shit, and listening to all this drama. I know that they wouldn't get that stuff, you know. And I would say like the way that mental health is ignored or not encouraged is kind of weird, because when children are fucked up, they don't want to go, or like parents don't want to take them to the psychologist because they don't believe that they need a psychologist, which is also sad, because a lot of children actually end up killing themselves because of whatever they're going through. And some parents actually make it hard for children to express themselves like the way they feel, because sometimes parents don't even understand. It's like you going to your mom and telling them, oh mom, I don't want to go to school wearing this dress because like I feel like it's too long for me, I want a short skirt. And then your mom is like, what do you wanna be? Are you a slut? Don't do that, you a slut. You a hoe, baby. What are you selling your body? It's hard to make your parent kind of understand what's going on. There is a movement where parents now are starting to like listen to their children, which is actually cool. You know, like they're actually starting to listen, but it's a big problem in South Africa. You understand me? Because it's tough out there. Like it's tough out there, and not a lot of children are taught to take care of their mental health. All they know is that they want to fit in and kind of be this persona that they don't want to be in school, and the only time they actually learn or grow up or learn about themselves is when they finish school. Sometimes they don't even do that. They just carry on that persona from school into their real life, which means we create some fucked up children in this generation. There's a ton of people that are fucking depressed, and their way of dealing with shit is downing down a bottle or smoking weed or literally taking a joof. And it's fucked up, you know. I'm not saying every person that smokes is trying to get away from something. It's kind of a thing where like you always wanna ask people that. I always ask people, why do you smoke or what made you start smoking? Most of them say it's peer pressure, or like they say, nah, I just enjoy smoking, which is cool. Smoke however you want. The way that this mentality is actually, or this lifestyle is being encouraged in this society is actually crazy. It could be like a 13-year-old drinking Black Label or Black Label. Imagine that shit. Well cooked, chat. There's no recommendable way I could say like we can come back from this, because it's kind of a lifestyle that everybody's used to right now. So you cannot convince a person to be like, okay, you have to live this certain way. But people at some point do grow up and learn that I think I should stop doing this and actually lock in and decide that I need to go to therapy and stuff. And it's cool, you know, like this. There are some people who are actually healing from all of this shit and the traumas that they face in their homes. And another thing, the crime and poverty that we have in South Africa is actually crazy. I'm gonna say 1 out of 3 people has been robbed. Or I'ma say every nigga has been robbed, bruh. I'ma be honest. I've been robbed before. A lot of people have been robbed. There's a lot of break-ins, a lot of gun shooting, a lot of gang violence around us and shit. And it creates some depressed babies, you know. Like, the worst part of it all is the loneliness epidemic. The loneliness epidemic, simplified, I would say, is people actually thinking being lonely is actually cool. And as more people become more lonely and lock themselves on the screens or TV or inside a house, it's not actually healthy for you. You need to talk to people. If the only person that you talk to is your friend on Discord or WhatsApp and not actually meet up with the person, it's sad and you need help. Go talk to somebody, please. I would say there's a lot of factors that factor into people being depressed. I would say the main contribution of people being depressed, social media. Hyper unrealistic expectations that are set on children that have not developed their brains yet, think that, okay, I need to be a certain way or look this certain way to be accepted or to be called pretty or to be called this, you know. And then they don't actually want to be like that. They just want to portray or something or an image that they want to give to people. They don't give a fuck. Those people don't give a fuck, okay? So I want to say that don't actually change yourself for nobody to impress anybody, you know, because then you kind of lose yourself. And some people never actually find themselves again. They kind of get stuck in this loop where they drink, and then they drink away their problems or smoke away their problems or fuck away their problems, or like just literally. And then it's sad to see people go out their way, you know, go look out for somebody, talk to somebody, tell them what's going on through your life, because having somebody to talk to is actually helpful for you. Like, it really is. Having somebody to go there and talk to is actually very, very good. And if you're going through some mental trauma, mental problems, please talk to your parents or somebody and seek some help, because there's always a brighter side in the world, you know. And yeah, I believe that some people can actually get over this depression. I know depression is a very hard topic to deal with, or a very hard thing to deal with in general. And the only way I could say that a person could heal is actually facing it head on instead of trying to run away from it with substances. It's fucking crazy, okay? But like, with all that being said, we need to discourage this whole thing of being cool or trying to be accepted in a place where you don't want to be accepted in the first place. Because then you kind of see it's gonna be a whole circle of people that actually don't know each other really and just fucking around and doing other shit. But like, yeah, it was nice talking to you guys. I'm gonna do the second segment or the third segment of this video because a car just came in right now. So I love you boys. Peace.